Welcome to Thrive in 5, brought to you by Conductor, orchestrators of thriving societies, and hosted by myself, Charlotte Constance, as part of our Thrive series. Conductor exists to bring science and soul to spaces and places. With our Thrive series initiative, our ambition is to create an ecosystem where like-minded participants lead the charge to transform attitudes and practices in the delivery of spaces and places. For Thrive in 5, we pose 5 questions in 5 minutes to industry influencers, experts, and thought leaders, which leads us on to today's guest, Helen Moore, Managing Director of Orbit Homes. Orbit are committed to building quality, affordable homes and building thriving communities. They provide landlord services to over 45,000 properties and build around 1,500 quality new homes each year. And in everything they do, they are committed to improving the long-term prospects of society. Helen is also leading the charge to ensure their team thrive with various new initiatives centering around the importance of excellent communication and a shared vision, especially while many of the team are working remotely, which I've experienced firsthand in my role as a non-exec for Orbit Homes. So, Helen, welcome. I'm so pleased to be speaking with you today.
I'm pleased to be here, Charlotte.
Helen, how do you define thrive in the context of spaces and places?
I think thrive is about ensuring that you create somewhere where people genuinely feel it adds to their experience. So whether that be in the home, that it adds to an enjoyment of life or for their family, or whether it's actually a wider context of the development itself.
So Helen, how are you ensuring that the participants in your spaces and places currently thrive?
One of the things we've been focusing on over the last year is actually creating an experience from the outset. So when they first meet us, their experience of buying from us is tenure blind. So whether they come in to buy market sale or shared ownership, they're treated in the same way and get the same level of experience. And we're able to then find the exact product and tenure that suits their needs. So that really helps them enjoy that experience and then obviously go on to enjoying the home they live in.
I really like the notion of tenure blind, and I think if people aren't already doing that, that's got to be the way of the future. And what are the biggest challenges you see happening in built spaces and places at the moment? And what opportunities and future trends are you predicting will emerge?
With the pandemic, clearly that has put a sharp focus on what's important to you in your home. So it may well have been, obviously for many years, it was how quick can it be that we get to the office? So much more home working now. It's very much more about what does that space, how does it work for you? Is it flexible enough for you to have a fabulous family home, but also to be able to find private space to be able to work from home? We all know that gardens are becoming incredibly important now for people. Having to spend so much time in one place, I think has drawn sharp focus on those key factors, and we need to make sure we design those in going forward.
Absolutely. There's no doubt that people want to be with nature more, people want to be outside more, and if anything, for many people being cooped up in apartments and flats with no outside space has absolutely not been a pleasant experience over the past few months.
No, I totally agree with you. I think that in terms of being able to, whether you're creating a trim trail to actually encourage people to focus on their well-being more, whether it's the connectivity so that you can walk into town from your home, all of those things add that extra thrive factor to a place.
And so in the context of the new normal, who will you need to partner and collaborate with to deliver spaces and places where participants can thrive?
In working with social enterprises, we are getting extra benefit for those organisations to allow others to thrive through our investment And our customers will then be able to understand that by investing in their home, they too are helping support those initiatives.
What's fantastic about that is you're looking at all parts of the project life cycle and supply chain. And as you say, if the money's being spent already, why not spend it with, you know, in a way that's for the greater good? And I've seen some of the work that you're doing on that front, and it's absolutely brilliant. And you know, I even think you might be leading the way on that front, which is fantastic. What does thriving feel like to you, and what do you do to thrive? And this is, I guess, on a personal level.
Well, actually, on a personal level, I have recently, for the last 2 years, I've been actually doing my own project, doing up my own home and restoring that. And that, for me, is very creative. It's part of what I love. It means that I have the opportunity, when it's done, to get my friends round and entertain, and that for me is so important. So this Christmas it'll be at mine, even if there's perhaps only 6 of us.
So people, and having the people, and I think that's an interesting message as well about spaces and places, and you know, it's not just about the bricks and mortar, but it's what you do with it and the community, which I know at Orbit you are absolutely 100% committed to community building and the participants within the community. So you're doing what you say, which is fantastic. Okay, Helen, thank you so much. I guess what I've really heard today is about experience and how people are experiencing their interaction with the people within Orbit, from the sales journey all the way through, and how they then experience their home once they move in. And that also has come back to making the right home and the right person fit together from a tenure perspective, but also really going that step further in the future and thinking about the flexibility of that home and how people are going to use it. And I guess who knows where the world is going? Who knows if this is where we're going to be this time next year? Yeah. But the future-proofing that is happening with Orbit is absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for joining us today. And we look forward to watching your progress and the team's progress over the coming months and years. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.